Hi everybody, my name is Ahmad Mansour and welcome to I Plus Composition, practicing the process and strategies of writing paragraphs and essays. In this lesson we are going to learn how to write a paragraph about what you do at the weekend. As we know that everybody likes weekend and we do many activities at the weekend. For example, I sometimes go cycling with a friend. I always watch TV with my family. I rarely surf in the net. I seldom stay at home and read a newspaper. I usually go shopping. We may also say, I like traveling. I travel to visit my family. Or I travel to visit a new city. I prefer reading a romantic book. So, as you see here, behind me, we have a mind map that we are going to complete it with as many activities as we do at the weekend. Okay? So, what you are going to do is that you are going to copy this mind map in your notebook and then you try to fill in it with the activities that you do at the weekend. Okay, so let's work first on this and then you move to your own mind map. You can say, I have a big breakfast at the weekend with my family. A big breakfast at the weekend with my family. We can also say, I visit my family. Or if you don't like to visit your family, you may go, for example, to the park. In the park, you may meet friends. You may like to play football, for example. And you may also play guitar, if you want to use the verb play guitar. Or you play, for example, play video games at home. Okay. You may also stay at home and then you surf in the net. Okay. And you may also prefer to stay at home and do housework. You do housework. You may also prefer to watch TV, or let's say listen to music. Okay. You may also, let's say you like to read a book, or you prefer to write an email. You prefer to write an email. Okay, so you can also prefer to revise lessons, or you help your mother, in the kitchen. Okay, you may also prefer to, in addition to play football, you may prefer to go to the gym. Or you may also prefer to go out for shopping or for dinner, to have dinner with friends. as we are going to work on this mind map here. So what we are going to do is that we are going to choose the typical activities that we do at the weekend. We are going to omit the activities that we rarely do or we are not going to use in our paragraph. Okay, so I may, for example, here omit, let's say, playing guitar. Let's say I don't play video games, so I'm going to omit playing video games. Let's say I like reading books, so I'm going to underline reading book. I like visiting family, so I'm going to underline because I'm going to use this. I like going out for shopping or dinner, but I don't, for example, I don't help my mother in the kitchen. Okay, so this is just an illustration of how we work on a mind map, and then in the next step we are going to learn how to write a paragraph using these words and phrases that are in this mind map here. In this task we are going to write a paragraph about what we do at the weekend. We are going also to use the frequency adverbs that we have talked about before. We are going to use always, usually, often, sometimes, seldom, and never. Okay, so let's start writing this paragraph. So, I do a lot of things at the weekend. As we said, that this sentence is the topic sentence. What we are going to do is that we are going to write supporting sentences and then we finish with a concluding sentence. So, I do a lot of things at the weekend. I typically get up at 8 o'clock. Why? Okay, I typically get up at 8 o'clock. Why? Because I want to have breakfast with my family. So then I have a big breakfast with my family. Okay, so after having the big breakfast with my family, I sometimes, so you see here we are using the frequency adverb sometimes. I sometimes visit my grandpa in the farm. Okay, so I sometimes visit my grandpa in the farm, but I'm going to here to put comma, but I often go to the park. Okay, so I often go to the park. Why? To meet my friends. So I like being with my friends. So what do we do in the park? We enjoy playing football, okay, or going, or cycling, for example, or cycling, or let's say, or cycling. However, I prefer to play, video games on rainy days, and I prefer to play video games on rainy days and swim on hot days. And then I'm going to omit this comma here because it's not necessary to put it there. However, I prefer to play video games on rainy days and swim on hot days. So, what do you do at the evening? At the evening. Okay, so at the evening, I go out for shopping. I go out for shopping. Okay, so sometimes I go out for shopping, so I stay there until, let's say, until 9 or 9 o'clock, which means that I'm going to have dinner out with my friends. I go out for shopping. I usually have dinner out with my friends. I usually have dinner out with my friends. Okay. Finally, I try. Or finally, let's say finally, I read a romantic novel to help me to sleep early. So finally I read a romantic novel. Okay, full stop. So as we have said, I do a lot of things at weekend. This is the topic sentence, and then I typically get up at 8 o'clock to finally I read a romantic novel. These are all the supporting sentences. What we are going to do here is that we are going to end our paragraph with a concluded sentence, and then we say let's say simply I like the weekend. Okay, so to here we have finished writing our paragraph. Of course, we are going to revise it, we are going to edit it and proofread it. We are going to learn how to revise, how to edit, and how to proofread paragraphs in other lessons. What you are going to do is that you are going to take your pens and then you write a paragraph about what you do at the weekend. Okay, so thank you for watching our video here, and goodbye for now. We have another meeting with another lesson that is of course taken from my book, I+ Composition, Practicing the Process and Strategies of Writing, Writing Paragraphs and Essays.